Jeff Case with Agris Academy. Today we are at the Mann Fite Farm in west central Ohio. I think that's how you guys would describe yourself. Tell us about what type of crops you grow here.
Corn and soybean operation.
Okay, corn and soy, no wheat here, no livestock.
No wheat or livestock. Probably we'll add some wheat back into the rotation just for tiling purposes, but not for a year or so yet.
Now you've been a part of Agris Academy's executive program for about 9 months. What brought you on to bring Agris in and have them start to work with you? What was the driving force?
Hearing about what you offered and the statement that you would be focusing on how a trader's mind worked, and it was really interesting to me, like, to find out what they knew that I didn't know that could help me in this operation. So that was that's really what drew me in.
Okay. And Shelby, so far in your learning, what's been really the aha moment that has come to you, like, wow, that I just never really thought about that, where I never really looked at things that way?
Figuring out how contracts work, just how the markets work, the little details that you're not taught anywhere else are super good tips to add to the toolbox and that are going to help us be successful marketers in the future.
And if what's been your biggest challenge? And this is a pretty intense learning exercise. What's been your biggest challenge in moving up the learning curve here? I'll let either of you.
I think just taking on the role of managing risk in a different capacity than we have before. It's easy to grow the crop, figure out the inputs. That's the fun, easy part. The hard part is, what our margin's going to be at the end of the day.
I think the spreadsheet and keeping the numbers updated and being really disciplined, to keep checking bases all the time. Just like Shelby said, understanding your risk position was an eye-opener.
And in your expectation from when you started to where we are today, how are we meeting your expectations? Is it kind of what you expected? Is it more? Is it less? Is it a version of that?
I think I've came a long way personally. I still think there's a whole lot more out there I need to understand better, but I'm excited about starting to use some of the tools I've learned and just changing the conversation with the buyer is really exciting for me. And like you say, winning in the details, I really do think these little things that we've learned is really going to add up to a big change.
Now, Shelby, you both are enrolled together in the executive program. Agris is going to offer a course in order to get to more people. We're going to have a course this winter, a virtual course, an online course. What would you say to somebody who's thinking about enrolling in the course?
Yeah, I highly recommend working with Agris Academy, getting in the course, spending some time in the winter in the office on these things that really aren't that fun, but that everybody needs to do. It's made us very successful in our marketing plan here on out, and you can always learn more.
Sure.
I'm excited for the future. I've well along in my career, but for Shelby to learn this at her young age and be able to carry this with her whole life is really going to be impactful.
Great. All right. Thanks for your comments, and we can't look to see how this fall turns out, and hopefully see a successful harvest.